say hello?
I said hello and welcome
Okay.
back.
Yeah, you're getting. I think you're getting cut off a lot more than usual. Even.
God.
There's. Rosa, what you doing? Come here. Okay. Well, let's go. We are in. What's the city called? Madaran, I think.
Yes, we are still in Mataran. We have not gone to G City.
Yeah, we definitely have not gone to that. We gotta. Where was there? We are in. Oh, oh, is this an autosave? Oh shit! I gotta go open my other save. Okay. Well, alright. Okay.
See, if you had looked at where the save was, it would have told you.
Yes. Well, I just hit continue.
I know.
We are in Mataran, the like
Not yet, Genazar.
yes, the vaguely like Islamic architecture city, and the noble lord of this city has just been murdered while we were there.
We are absolutely not to blame,
We are not to
despite evidence
blame,
to the contrary.
uh, but we were. We did see the assassins, presumably.
Uh-huh.
And so now there is a new kid lord, and we have to. I mean, we don't have to, but our options to try to make an alliance with this city via one of the power brokers, including the young lord. It's Lord Serenus, and then yeah, Lady Lorenza, Lord Senna, and Master Strapos. So Master Strapos is the leader of the commercium in this city, the merchant guild. Senna is just like a powerful rich guy, and Lorenza is she like the mom, or is she just another rich person? I don't remember.
I don't think she was a mom. I don't remember.
I don't remember. We have not met any of these people.
Yeah.
We went to the palace because we were detained, and then we saw no one before this guy got murdered, and then we got kicked out.
Very normal experience.
Yep. What is the okay? Tab is that okay? Um, I'm not really sure. Yeah, because we can just leave now and go to Ganazar. But we're gonna try to do this. I'm just not really sure actually what our goal is. Like, are we making an alliance for us? Are we making an alliance for uh, what's his face?
I think the idea was making a. I thought it was making an alliance for
Yeah,
your house,
right.
House
I think
Darrican,
that's what it
because
is.
like
Is basically convince them not to attack us, not to
yeah,
attack
because like
Terran.
that's what the person who came to tell you that you were free now was saying. Like whoever is in charge now may not have the same like has something to prove compared to
Right, that's what it was. It
yeah.
was like the previous guy was fine with not attacking you because it wasn't really worth it attacking Daraton or Terran. But the new person, yeah, will want to demonstrate their strength, so they might do that. So we need to try to prevent that from happening. That's what it was. Okay, so I mean, we just need to go talk to these people, I think. So let's go to the noble homes. I guess let's go to the palace first, maybe. Although they're probably whoever we talk to, whoever we don't talk to first is probably gonna be mad. That's like, well, you didn't come talk to me.
Maybe.
But
Could
let's.
also just be video games, or it's like it's not tracking it.
It could. It just feels like the type of thing where that would happen.
Sure.
But yeah, let's. I feel like they can't be too mad if I go talk to the actual Lord first. So maybe let's do that. Anyone else here? Hello. If Lord Serenus the Victorious, the only son of Lord Galeus' sister, had any good qualities, he hid them well.
Oof.
Spoiled by his mother, despised by his uncle, manipulated by his uncle's enemies, and loved by whores who gave him the title, Serenus never had a chance to become the man his friends convinced him he was. He lacked ambition and willpower, which made him useless to Galeus, but very useful to everyone who would have preferred to see a puppet on the Aurelian throne. You may approach, says Serenus pompously, beckoning you with a well-rehearsed gesture. Oh God, right. Right. I forgot. Okay, we might reload. Because this is the thing is they said, okay, if you go talk to him, you need to offer him 2,000. And we could get the
Right.
2,000 from somebody else.
Yeah.
That's right. I completely forgot about that aspect. Okay. But we could just give him the money, our money,
Yeah. And
and
then
then
you
not.
presumably wouldn't owe anyone.
Right, exactly. Okay. So maybe we should. Can I? Okay. Yeah. Let's load this. But let's go talk to the other people. We don't have to take their money, but we could talk to them and see what they're offering or proposing or asking for. Okay, okay. So here we are back here. Let's see. This is Lorenzo. Okay, sure.
Lady Lorenza.
I'm House Teraton's Praetor. Alright, go inside. Well, there she is. Lady Lorenza Kalani of House Kalani was married 5 times. All 5 husbands died in unfortunate accidents, adding their wealth and power to House Kalani. Lorenza
Hmm.
blamed assassins in other houses. House Aurelian blamed Lorenza's lust for power and claimed as a warning to others that the cold and calculating bitch would never be satisfied with being a mere wife. Jesus. Neither the warning nor the popular opinion suggesting that one explanation doesn't necessarily exclude the other had any effect on the prominent suitors who seemed to surround Lorenza at all times. To what do I owe this pleasure, Praetor? The relationship between House Aurelian and House Daraton has been strained for a very long time. What Gale's passing is most unfortunate, yet it gives us an opportunity to turn over a new leaf. I was thinking the exact same thing, Praetor. We can't build a better tomorrow by living in the past, can we now? If you ask me, we should let bygones be bygones and bury whatever issues Gale's had with Antitus with him. Unfortunately, Lord Senna's opinion carries far more weight. After all, I'm but a woman. What do I know about politics? Thus, I'm afraid as long as Senna is around to poison the young lord's mind, there will be no peace. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if he takes a more aggressive position. A decisive victory over an old enemy could definitely strengthen him. The peasants do love a victor. As long as he's around. Senna's old, so he won't be here forever. Of course, if you were to speed up his departure from this world, I wouldn't complain. In fact, I would view it most favorably. Don't you have your own men? Never heard about deniability. I'm sure that in Terran political opponents would slaughter each other in the streets, but we do things differently here. It would be most embarrassing for me to be implicated in such a scandal, whereas you are an agent of a hostile house. Nobody will think twice about why you did it if you're caught or killed. And if I'm neither caught or nor killed, wouldn't that make you a suspect? In whose eyes? The plebs? Some lordlings? They've been spreading rumors about me for years, yet I'm still here, as you can attest. How do I know I can trust you? You don't. Why wouldn't you? Do you think I care about Terran? As long as Antidus minds his own business and keeps out of mind, we'll get along just fine. Okay, I will think about it. So, do a murder? Control. Okay. Oh, we're on like the second floor.
Now, what does Senna have to offer?
I want you to murder Laura?
Uh-huh.
Let's see, is it this one? No. It's one of these. No, it's just here. Okay, it's literally across the way. I thought it was further up.
Cross the street from each other. They hate each other's guts.
Uh-huh.
I love that just wherever you go, you say, I'm House Deraton's Praetor.
Lord Senna has served 3 lords of House Aurelian, in fact attesting to his ability to make himself indispensable and a character of unwavering loyalty. While he was indeed a very capable administrator, which explained the former, he was an extremely cautious man who had a tendency to label all risks unnecessary, which explained the latter. Yet after more than 40 years of service, he became less and less satisfied with the role of a servant, and thus more open to the idea of taking risks. You'll have to excuse me, Praetor, says Seta, gesturing at the guards around him. After what happened to Lord Galius, they don't want to take any chances. The Legatus insists that I move to the palace, so today's my last day at home. Now, how may I be of service? His voice shows neither the desire to be of service, nor any interest in your problems. The relationship between House Aurelian and House Deraton has been strained for a very long time. Gives us the opportunity to turn a new leaf. Meaning what? Has your lord gotten tired of acting the fool? Has he finally given up? I find that hard to believe, considering the purpose of your visit to our city. If your lord truly desires peace, you can assure him that it is not our intention to wage war against Terran. He should put his mind towards rebuilding Terran rather than eyeing what doesn't belong to him. Should his effort prove to be genuine, I can assure you that the leaf will be turned and the past will be forgotten. Then, and only then, will Antidus be welcome here. You blame Antidus. Who else should I blame? Asked Senna, looking truly surprised. Antidus has been waging his war against us ever since his father died. He might have won too, but he counted so much on divine intervention that he disregarded caution. Fortunately for us, he has spent all his strength and never recovered it. What about the mine? What about it? As far as I know, the mine was abandoned and no claim has been laid. Galius sent a symbolic garrison to put Antidus' mind at ease, but we all know how that worked out. Truly, no good deed ever goes unpunished, so don't ask me to do any. I don't think that's,
Do it. Do it. Do it.
we do not have the critical strike for that, I feel like.
I mean, how long ago did you save? He's an old man. How hard can it be?
Surrounded by 3 guards who will immediately murder me.
Oh, well, you know.
Lorenzo did ask me to kill you. Why are you telling me that? I'm not interested in her petty schemes, and I don't have a habit of rewarding those who entertain such offers in hopes of getting better ones. Get out! Okay, interesting. Just thought you would want to know. What is that? Come on. Okay, let's go. So what are you doing? Do you want to sit? Or do you want to go elsewhere? House Deraton's Praetor. Well, hello, Strabos. Master Strabos, known as Lord Strabos behind his back, started his career as a laborer for a small trading company. His chance came when the head merchant was assassinated in a particularly vicious takeover attempt. While others hesitated to step forward in fear of making themselves the next target, Strabos, who had nothing to lose, seized the moment and stepped into the recently vacated position. He didn't know much about the day-to-day running of the business, but he knew how to use brute force better than any of his predecessors. Strabos took this lesson to heart. He understood that quick, bold action was often enough to carry you to victory. And it was this attitude that gave him an edge over his rivals, pushing him all the way to the top. What can I do for you, Praetor? He looks like an evil John Goodman in this picture. Yeah. It's the opportunity to turn over a new leaf. This leaf turning business, does it go both ways? What do you want? I'm tired of being looked down upon. I can buy and sell these lords, these glorified beggars, by the dozens, yet without a title I'll always be Strabos the traitor to them. Well, title won't change that. No, but they will before address me as Lord Strabos, whether they fucking like it or not. Well, you could surely buy a title. I want it done right. I want Serenos himself to grant me a title and announce it to the entire court of Sandal Lickers. If you can promise me that, then I, in good faith, will put in a good word for you in your house. If you have such influence, why not ask for it yourself? That's not how the game is played, Praetor. The moment I ask for something for myself, it will be used against me. So instead, I'll do something for you, and you'll do something for me. You trust me to keep this my end of the bargain, then? Why wouldn't I? I'm certain this isn't the last time you need a favor. You don't strike me as a short-sighted man, Praetor.
Gonna work with Strabos.
Well, we know that the Commerciums, got a big presence in Terran now,
Uh huh.
as a result of the big, it's just become like a giant mercenary camp, and the
Yeah.
Commerciums just... So it seems like they already have a vested interest in avoiding a war,
Mm-hmm.
so they seem like the most natural allies. I mean, it probably puts them in a position of having power over both cities, but, you know, that seems fine. I'm sure that'll be fine.
Mm. Well, if you say so.
What are these merchant upstarts gonna overthrow the aristocratic nobility? Psh. Okay, so... Senna doesn't want to make any deals with House Seraton. Okay, so go and talk to Serenos. Alright. I guess theoretically you could do both. You could kill Senna. But I don't know how to kill Senna and get out of there alive. It does not seem particularly feasible to me. How many, Okay, 3 quick saves. I was wondering how far back it goes. Okay, so now we don't have the etiquette thing. That's interesting. My lord, I was told that you wish to discuss the relationship between House Aurelian and House Deraton. I was led to believe that House Deraton was our enemy, but I came to realize that wasn't the case at all. So, let there be peace between our houses. I declare that Lord Antedus to be our noble brother and peer. Tell him that he's always welcome here. Wow. That's
Huh.
interesting. So yeah, he does put it in the good word, I guess. And then you can just not do anything. He
Uh-huh.
can just she'll surely have no consequences for betraying the commercium. Uh,
Hmm.
before I go, I'd like to discuss something else with you concerning Master Stravos. Speak freely, my friend. Raising his chin to look statelier.
Sure.
I couldn't help but notice that Master Stravos hasn't been given his title yet. That's a way to put it. Why should he be given a title? Asked Serenus, looking genuinely confused. Just make up. Oh yeah, that's a tradition. He serves you now and represents your interests. Any man who slights him in any way slights you, my lord. Yet what noble-born would ever treat a low-born in the same way they treat a peer? They might think you're deliberately insulting them. Wouldn't they feel even more slighted if I gave a title to a lowborn? It's the lesser evil, my lord. As long as the protocol is maintained, they'll accept it. I'll make the announcement shortly then. You think of so many advisors around, someone would tell me these things. Thank you for your service, Praetor. Master Sheros will be overjoyed to hear that, my lord. We aren't done yet, Praetor. I would question you about certain matters and seek your perspective. Surely you've dealt with many different challenges in your service to Lord Antitus. Yeah? I want to do great things, Praetor, worthy of my family's name. I want to surpass my uncle, not remain in his shadow even after his death. I have big plans, but I want to start with this city. I want to increase its glory tenfold. Yet how can I do it when one of the districts is ruled by some thugs in my city? I couldn't believe my ears when I was informed of this fact in the most casual manner, as if it wasn't an outrage that can't be tolerated, but something to be aware of and keep in mind. Why did my uncle allow that? Was he not the man I've always thought he was? Was that too a lie? Even more alarming was the fact that when I demanded to clean up the district immediately, Lord Senna has objected most vehemently. Neither of my advisors seem to share my belief that dealing with the slums is of utmost importance. Am I not the lord of this house? How may be of service, my lord? I want the slums cleaned. This house should be the only law in the city. Pavola has more than enough men, yet he says he won't enter the slums until we all agree that it's the right course of action. By all, he means my esteemed advisors, who have given me nothing but excuses so far. Talk to them and make them listen to reason. Okay?
Sure.
Well, that's wrong direction. I Sorry. I was trying to go the other way, buddy. A new broom sweeps clean. Pavola is in the Imperial Guards barracks in the Arena District. And the interesting that Senna's not here. I guess it's just assumed that he's just like, well, he's not going to support you. I kind of want to let's see here. Where is? Okay, this is the original save. I'm gonna load this, and I'll have to go back and do this again. But I want to make a hard save from this, from before we figure out our alliance stuff. Hi Moose. How are you doing? Make a hard save. Madoran alliances. Okay, so now we'll load our quick save. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I hope your day goes better.
Oh, I'm sorry, Moose. I'm doing okay. I hope the trip goes well.
Okay, just go talk to these people. We didn't help Lorenza, so I don't know that she's gonna wanna be on board. What's on your mind, Master Gaius? Says Lorenzo with a playful smile. They say you killed your 5 husbands. Wow. I don't know that we need to ask about that. Serenus wants to clean up the slums, but you seem to be against it. Why? Because Senna's dead set against it. Oh, I could fight him, but I was taught to pick my battles. Fighting yours after you didn't lift up a finger to help me wouldn't make any sense at all, would it? Not to worry though, I'm sure you'll figure out something else. Figure something out. Now, if you'll excuse me. Okay, yeah, that's about what I expected. Wonder if there is some way to kill Senna, like... Oh, Lord's moved to the palace, okay.
Well, you didn't try the kill him button, so.
Well, I meant killing him in such a way that you do not in combat with 3 heavily armed guys. I was like, is there some way to like poison him or something? You know, we're doing power broker stuff.
Just normal video games thing.
Serenus wants to clean up the slums. Here's your chance to get rid of Levere and his thieves. I wish it was that simple, says the freshly minted Lord of Coins. The thieves won't face the guards out in the open waiting to be slaughtered. They'll fight like rats, striking from the gutters. And then they will take their fight to other districts to hit us where it really hurts. Nobody wants that. I thought you'd be all over it. I hate the fuckers, but you have to be realistic. The only way to get rid of them is to close the district and burn it to the ground. That would set them back a few years. Going in to reclaim is a fool's errand. The consequences will be disastrous. You never know until you try.
No, I think you can know.
Do you think we didn't try? They're like weeds, always grow back. We have a good working relationship with Levere. He's a reasonable man and he does a good job of keeping most of the scum in the slums, where they belong. Here's the thing. Serenus, the man who gave you your title, wants to clean up the slums. Favola's gonna fold and do it, it's just a matter of time. So your no changes nothing, but makes you look bad. I mean really bad. Serenus is just a figurehead. Wouldn't waste too much time worrying about what he wants. Serenus is a figurehead, Pavola is a figurehead. Are you sure that you're not on this list too? Aren't you a city magistratus now? Act like one. Prove that you still have the balls to act when necessary and deal with the lowlifes who've been stealing from you for decades, once and for all. Alright, I've made you made your point. Tell Serenus I'm behind him 100%. And no one else. We should probably go talk to the guard captain. Whatever. I don't know what his actual title is. So that's... Can I not bring up? There we go. He's down here, the fort. Oh, let's see. Where's... Oh, who's this? Nothing. Alright, fair enough. Legatus Bavola, there he is. An observant person could deduce much about Legatus Pavola by his rank and posting. Matter is the last place where troubles are expected, which means the Legatus' abilities weren't needed elsewhere, which means they weren't needed at all. At the same time, it was an important post, which could only be given to a reliable officer accustomed to carrying out orders quickly and efficiently, without ever questioning them. Finally, both the rank and the posting suggested that Pavola was a performance-oriented officer who knew how to keep his superiors happy. an often overlooked trait, but vital for one's important advancements. What do you want, Praetor? Nothing at the moment. What do you mean?
Well, you don't have a quest to talk to him.
Really? That was enough to just get one guy's approval? There's like three
I mean,
other people against it.
it might not have been enough. You'll have to go talk to
I
Serenus and find
guess, but
out.
I don't know why then I can't call because I had quests. I did have a quest to talk to him along with
Hmm.
Lorenza and Strabos.
Maybe it
So
was an option to talk to him if, like, you didn't manage to convince any of the others.
right, yeah, I figured it would be a thing of like get as many as people on board as possible.
That's fair.
Like it's weirder to me that like that closes off but the alliances didn't close off when I, helped Strabos, that like I could also help Lorenza, but this is not a, this is only one. Like it makes more sense for that to be one person, and this to be anyone. God, this is gonna be bad. If you issue the order to attack, Pavola will obey without question. You've done this city a great service. It won't be forgotten. I guess if we fuck up this city, that's good for Daratan, but that
That
seems
is
like it's
one way
gonna
to
be
look at
bad. You wake up to find Mataran in chaos and confusion. Apparently, the Imperial Guards stormed the slums and killed hundreds of thugs, most likely beggars and vagrants who didn't get out of their way fast enough, instead of engaging the guards in the slums and using their home advantage. Levere's men slipped through the cordons like water through fingers and spilled into the other districts, breathing death and destruction. The tally includes a dozen dead guards killed while patrolling, a score of violent robberies aimed to terrorize Wallop districts, torched houses, including the prized merchant guild's building. It will take the guards a long time to hunt down Levere's men, and while they're hunting, there will be more eye for an eye attacks. It will be a long time before the city recovers. Teraton reputation increased. Aurelian reputation decreased. Guards reputation decreased. Yep.
That's amazing, honestly.
Do
Like,
what this
now
guy
this,
wants, and it decreases your reputation with his house. Because everyone's
uh,
like, that was a fucking terrible idea. Oh,
God,
good.
they're not wrong,
Yeah,
but
we
also,
were told.
well,
With all the shit that's been going on now, we can't afford to get entangled with Anchitas. So we're gonna let you go, but don't celebrate yet. When we sort it out, I'm gonna find you, and I'm gonna kill you myself. You're a dead man, guys. What the fuck? Wow.
can I talk to Serenus?
I like this. Like, how dare you go and convince people that our Lord's plan was good? You asshole. Serenus is holed up in his quarters and doesn't want to see anyone but Lorenza. Makes you feel any better, he blamed you for all this mess and wanted to have you killed. What the fuck? It's not my fault. Jesus. Alright, well, we might leave. I'm curious to see what if you, convince him to not do this. But we can go through this. Because this might be better for us. Lord Galeus' untimely demise marks the end of the era of House Aurelian's dominance in the region, leaving a massive gap in Mataran's power structure. A void his successor Serenus, possessing none of his uncle's strength and will, can begin to fill. Cannot begin to fill. The predictable struggle arises between the self-appointed advisors to the new Lord of Mataran, setting swiftly into a series of hasty power-sharing agreements and uneasy compromises. Feeble and ineffectual, this new rule by committee proves very agreeable to the other great houses. The governing arrangement proves to be short-lived when an ill-conceived raid on the slums throws the city into chaos. Unable to restore order, the Imperial Guards are forced to raze the entire district to the foundations. when the smoke begins to clear, Serenus is dead, and House Aurelian
Oh,
is no more.
wow. Okay.
Seizing the
Uh,
opportunity, the Imperial Guards take control of what is left of the city. Legatus Pavola proclaims himself the Lord Protector of Mataran until House Kalani's claims to the city are properly examined and considered. Okay, so Lorenzo is wanting to try to take over. Wow. I don't know if that is good for us then.
hmm. Yeah, no, this actually is probably bad for Daratan,
See,
given Pavola absolutely hates your fucking
well,
guts.
there is that part, yes. But also, yeah, the guards are a broader
Uh-huh.
faction than Aurelian. Like Aurelian was powerful, but it's fairly localized, it seems like, whereas the guards kind of have people everywhere. Although we did kick the guards out of Terran. I I think. I mean, we killed their leader who was plotting, to take control of the city. Interesting that there are like multiple, yeah, like the guards could definitely just end up in control with both Terran and Mataran. Um,
Yeah.
that's interesting. He partnered up with Marcus Vala, man of questionable method and reputation, to recover a power armor, a fabled artifact of the olden days. I
Oh
don't know
my.
that it was referred to as a power armor before. I didn't realize we are getting some fucking like Brotherhood of Steel armor.
Uh-huh.
Rescued again as our preacher from impending and rather unpleasant doom, using the opportunity to spread the legend of the Chosen One.
Oh my god.
Yes. He supported Serenus' ill-conceived plan to invade the slums. As a result, Edirne started to chaos. Serenus ended up dead, and House Aurelian was no more. Clearly, House Daratan doesn't pay you enough. That's true. I don't think they paid me a little bit, but not much. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think we should go with this, but I do want to reload and see what convincing him not to do this leads to, because I'm just curious. Oh, we're back to Terran. Wow. Much has changed in Terran during your absence. The horde of beggars in their derelict houses are gone, replaced by an ever-expanding circle of campfires and tents. At first, the mercenaries made their camps outside the crumbling walls, uncertain how far the welcome extended. But as new companies arrived, the old pushed in, realizing that to stay would be to relinquish their claim on the best territory. Commercium's training plaza and the Duratan compound remain off limits, but everywhere else, their petty
Huh.
brawling and raucous cries fill the streets. Yep, giant mercenary camp. You've returned, says Antidus, gesturing for you to approach. Did you do what I asked? Did you find the temple? No, not yet. We need it. Did you find Domitius? Was he of any help to you? He sent me to Ganazar. Ganazar. Be careful there. If Mara finds out you're looking for that temple, he'll crucify you, or worse. So what happened in Mataran? They said House Aurelian is no more, and the mob rules the street. It can't be true, can it? Gallius was assassinated and replaced by his nephew. I took advantage of Serenus' inexperience and helped him make mistakes that doomed his house. How quickly the gods' favor changes, says Antidus, shaking his head in disbelief. Only yesterday House Aurelian stood in my path like an impassable mountain, yet today it crumbled like a sandcastle in high tide and was swept away for good. We still don't know who killed Gallius. Could have been any of those guys.
Yeah, I guess we don't actually know.
House Daratan shall rise again, my lord. We'll forge a new empire, says Antidus, his eyes shining with light, and leave the
Okay,
chaos
buddy.
of the last decades behind us. I owe you more than my gratitude, Gaius. In the olden days, the Emperor's most trusted praetors bore the rank of consuls. I'm not an emperor yet, but you and Delar have earned the right to advise me on matters of state and speak in my name. Is there something else? The town's changed in my absence. Without the Imperial Guards to hold me back. Okay, yeah. I guess we did kick them out entirely. My army grows daily. Good fighting men flock to my banner because they know the House Daraton is destined to rise again. These men want to make history, Gaius. What choice do I have but to lead them in battle? When? When you bring me the ancient engines of war. Trust me, I've learned my lessons during the last war. Fate is a fickle mistress. She's been known to grant her favors to the unworthy and turn away from the unprepared. These men are mercenaries. They're loyal to the paymaster. All men wish to rise above primal instincts and serve a higher cause.
Hmm. Is that true?
They, they could have sold their swords to anyone, but they've chosen to serve me. Linos pays them, but who's better to handle such things than a man learned in the art of coins and ledgers? You don't really expect me to hand out pay and keep notes, do you? No, but yeah, Linos is the commercium guy, right? I feel like this should be handled by. I mean, why are they paying them? Your own men can handle it. I'm the Lord of House Daraton, not a guild master. Everyone in town serves me one way or another. Linos has always been a loyal servant. Why should I exclude him and rob myself of his skills and counsel? The man has ambitions, but he knows which side of his bread is buttered. Aha. Something else. Nope, there's not something else. Okay. Go to Ganazar. Da-da-da. Oh, did we talk to Sylvanas? About a rare sapphire? I don't remember. We definitely didn't go to the arena. I mean, we kind of we walked up to it and talked to the guy outside. He was like, "You want to fight in the arena?" Said, "Absolutely not." Where is? Yeah, Delar. Okay. Are you here to see Antitas? No. I was hoping to talk to you. I wanted to see if you got anything to say. Oh, sure, Cassius. You want to tell us about the Kantari? I wrote a tractate on the Kantari's allies 12 years ago when Lord Mera was looking for a new lore master. The allies, as you call them, had a number of different names, which reflects how little we know about them. Most texts have now been written long after the events in question. They reflect the beliefs of those who wrote them. Some wanted to believe in higher powers and thought our allies to be long forgotten gods, finally returning to aid their children in the hour of need. Others believed, quite arrogantly I might add, the allies were kings of the otherworldly realms, peers of the emperor. Even the names are spelled in so many different ways, it's almost impossible to tell what the original names were. The ones we call Thoragoth, for example, was originally referred to as Tor Asagoth and Thoragoth. Even the very nature of the... Okay, that's the same...
Well, no, there's a hyphen, okay? Look,
I
this is very
know, I
important.
just... Alright. Many accounts describe the four Kantari gods as terrifying beast-like creatures. For example, there are several different accounts of the Battle of Estios, all claiming the same thing. Ul-Zerath rose from the deep and attacked the legions of General Kessian, slaughtering over 1,000 soldiers before the Magi forced to retreat. A single being killed over 1,000 soldiers? Have you ever read Amanus? Cassius smiles, starts reciting. In the battle of Zagus, Lord Hesbinus sent forth his 5 beasts in advance of the phalanx. Neither the Galatians themselves nor their horses had previously seen such beasts, and they were so confused by the unexpected sight that they turned and fled in a disorderly rout before they were within bowshot. The beasts plowed through the remaining Galatian legionaries with devastating effect. The slowly marching beasts, frightful with their wrinkled bodies, were a hideous spectacle, dreadful beyond every form of horror, as I have often declared. Yeah, do you know what these hideous beasts were? Elephants. Yes, I did figure that out. Thank you. Take what you read with a grain of salt. What happened to the gods? It's a good question. It said that the Qatari's gods were cast into the abyss, and that our gods had departed shortly after. Myth and legend rarely give you the answers you seek, Gaius. Is there anything you can teach me? Oh, good.
Oh,
Not sure where to
something you will
start.
definitely use.
You aren't what I would call a scholar. A remarkably painful lesson on metallurgy, history, and good manners. Okay. I mean, yeah. I could have used the good manners, but I guess I probably know etiquette better than he does.
Yeah, I was going to say your manners are already too good.
Yeah, I'm guessing that is a thing where it's like, well, he can help you increase up to. Oh my, okay, 3 crafting. I
Okay,
mean,
sure.
I'm I don't think I'm still gonna do any crafting, but that's cool.
Have you considered doing crafting though?
No. Ah, console.
Oh,
Yes.
you've destroyed House Aurelian.
Uh-huh.
Damn. Okay.
All right.
Hell,
Yeah,
title.
let's save Aurelian destroyed. And I want to see I don't know. Okay, this is when I left that, so but we still had the option to try to convince him, even though we had already convinced Strabos. So, although it'd be very funny if this then caused different consequences because Strabos is for it. Oh, wow. That's it, huh? I thought I would get like a check to try to convince him. Hmm. Can we? So if we go back, we can go back to Terran. Is this then? That's just the same. Interesting. So how do we actually? I guess going. We have to go to Ganazar to trigger it.
Yes.
Okay. Da-da-da. House Aurelian's power bleeds away in a slow but steady trickle to lesser crosses and guilds. Without a strong leader, Madarin falls to her factions. Each district becomes its own feudal domain, ruled by a local lord, who establishes its own laws, levies, and militia ready to defend the borders against the other districts. Okay. Uh, huh.
So this
Okay, yeah,
one
there's just... What?
solidifies less power in the hands of the Imperial Guard, which
Yes.
probably is still good for you. But
Yeah, this seems like it's probably better for Daratan, but it's interesting. Yeah, we just don't get it. It's not dramatic, and we don't get Antitus. All right, yeah, we'll skip this because we're gonna actually read this when we. Okay, interesting. Yeah, there's really not a lot happening there. It's just sort of like, yeah, Antitus is so much more excited about Aurelian getting destroyed, but I think it's probably worse for Daratan. But we'll go with this. We'll go with what's being the console. Okay, so yeah, I think now we just need to go to Ganazar.
need to find the temple.
Oh yeah, that is true.
You got to explore the ruins.
Well, I don't think we can do that. It's red now. Oh, I guess there's the temple over here. Yeah.
Yeah,
What is in the temple?
that's the
Discover the
Library of
Imperial...
Sorrows.
Yeah, the library. So the Library of Sorrows. Okay. I guess we could try going there.
I hope
Before
it's
we
not
go to...
just. You know what? No, it's probably not.
Also, we didn't get to like go see the abyss or anything. I want to go see the big hole. Imperial Library of Saros was actually built after the fall of the Empire, in a noble yet futile attempt to preserve the rapidly disappearing knowledge for future generations. The library operated for almost 4 decades, but came to an unexpected end when rumors the library collected more than dusty old scrolls started spreading. The volunteers protect the library minutes to repel 2 attacks before the complex is overrun by raiders who didn't leave many stones unturned looking for anything valuable. We need this game to show hole. Yeah, I mean, it's on the map, I guess, but like, big hole.
Yeah.
Okay. Got the way out. Just kind of a destroyed thing. Oop. Looks of it, ruins have been picked clean over the centuries, and anything worth a few coppers has been stripped away or dug out a long time ago. Yet as you get closer, you see a prospector sitting in front of a campfire. Oh, up there. Why, why is it immediately I can't talk to the prospector? Alchemy. I don't think those are plants to harvest. Okay, I guess that is. Strength. Clear the debris. Yeah, I don't think I have the strength. The stones are too heavy. Yes. Alright. Hey, buddy. Can we... Okay, there we go. Come and join me, says the prospector, grinning. I've been here for almost a week, and nothing pleases me more now than the sight of another human being. Coffee tastes like dirt, but you're welcome to it. There's some bread, too, if you're hungry. Coffee? Interesting. His body language is wrong. Okay.
Oh no.
If food isn't good enough for you, I suggest you be on your way, stranger. Wish I could, but I was told to scout the area and wait for the legatus here. He'll be pissed off if I'm not here. Trust me, you'll have enough troubles dealing with him when he's in a good mood. But if he's pissed, he'll nail you to a cross first and ask questions second. Why would he nail me to a cross? He thinks everyone is a spy. I have to admit that running into you here is a hell of a coincidence. The legatus doesn't believe in those. The prospector starts packing his things quickly and retreats without
What?
saying another word to you. Alright, bye. I have no idea what your deal was. My spidey sense tingled. So I
He wanted to
convinced you
murder
to
you.
leave. There came a great disturbance in the town of Lakia by the Nazvian Sea with confusion and flight, and all the people fled from the ships of the kingdom of Kantar, which had crossed the sea, inflicting every kind of punishment upon the people of Lakia. The Imperial army, being blessed and bearing a design, fell upon the enemy. Slain were the men, their ships set aflame, the women taken into bondage. Well, something about the first of the Magi, he who built his ascent up to the sky, he who founded his vaulted dome above Mataran, he who raised the mighty pillars. Okay. Oh, a basement. Oh boy. We did come, and like the army who brought it,
Or did
war did come. God, thank you. And like the army who brought it, the magnitude humbled all that came before. Men in towns burned alike, and even the sea stirred with fury of war. The sun became as night, and the moon ceased to shine. The war continued with the passing of many years, and although countless thousands had died, the Qatari servants of power called upon the gods of chaos, who came forth like an eruption, consuming the armies and fleets of men. Find nothing of interest. A single year did come to pass, and again a great number of Kantari ships crossed the sea. The ships carried an army larger than had ever been witnessed, and never had the words of power afforded such a benefit to a coming invasion. Every time I read Kantari in this game, it just makes me think of the Kunari from Dragon Age.
Hmm. No, that's fair. Or success.
I got scroll. Work, please. You find a crumbling scroll depicting a strange diagram, some comments written in a language you recognize. It seems the scroll shows some kind of network connecting different places, although the purpose of such a network is unclear. You're able to copy two locations in your map before the scroll falls apart in your hands.
Oh, this is cool.
Infuriae and Zemedi. Okay. I think Infuriae we've heard of, but I don't remember in what context.
I wonder if you come here and interact with that shelf without sufficient lore, if it just falls apart and you're completely locked out.
I would guess, yeah. At least from that particular, why do I have, like, attack on myself?
Eh,
Okay.
can't attack yourself.
No. It's like, gotta find out here. Okay, we'll mess with the machinery last. Then the High Magi summoned beings which have no king and deign superiority to all that came before them. Moreover, immortality defies them within the mortal domain, deifies them within the mortal domain, exalting them far beyond kings and champions. They did condemn the gods of chaos and their forces, casting them into the abyss and breaking their malefic hold upon the land. Find an old map, but it falls apart in your hands the moment you touch it. The fragments depict a strange arch in the middle of nowhere, and a stylized tower surrounded by small dwellings. You have added both locations to your map. The arch. Well, we only got one.
Only one.
Yeah. Maybe we already had one added on our map.
Maybe.
Might have been one of the other ones. You see a strange machine, old and broken, stripped of any parts that had value. Oh boy. Okay. As far as you can
Hey!
tell, it's a generator built after the fall of the Empire, which explains its design, less reliant on otherworldly energies and things man wasn't meant to know. It runs on oil, but the parts that inject the oil into the main chamber and the air valve regulating the air intake are missing. It's oil. Okay. The rest you can do without, considering you only need this fearsome engine of destruction to report for duty one last time. You could probably do without the fuel injector and rig up something very temporary and hope the machine doesn't blow up in your face. Well, apparently I can't. Do I need
Well,
more
I mean,
crafting? I wonder.
might be a case of you just don't have the relevant things.
Yeah,
So you
that,
could make it safe.
yeah.
Because,
Um,
like,
do you remember
uh,
anything?
yeah, I don't remember. What, was it the air intake valve that said you need? Because it said you could rig something for the fuel injector.
Right. Let me, let's see. This was, looked at these. Okay. Go and look at what this says. Yeah, you bring up something very temporary. See, it sounds like you could make it work without anything else. If you knew how to do it, maybe.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's interesting that we don't have any of that stuff. Seems like you should maybe be able to find it. Yeah, I'm curious if I put some stuff into crafting, if that makes it show up. I think it would be crafting.
Uh, I think that makes sense as the one to try. You
Because
could also put some points in lore, and
right, it was
because like
lore and
just say,
crafting for the initial check.
uh huh.
So let's just see. Hmm. Just to
Yeah, I was
see
going to
if there's
say,
something that I guess you can just like spend all the points
if
and
you,
then reload if
if you, how do you actually craft things?
I think you need a fucking like you have to go to like a blacksmith station basically in a town.
Okay, I was just curious if there was, like, if it was possible for you to just see if there was something you could craft to use on it. But
No, I don't think so. I think you can only let me see. It's inventory. Yeah, I think you have to like specifically be at like a crafting station. Okay, let's just do this beforehand, just out of curiosity. Hmm. Well, okay. I'm pretty sure then that's not how it is, because those seems like that should be good enough. Unless it's like, I don't know. Oops. Having it all and I mean, I guess yeah, you could try something like this. Just out of curiosity. No. I need to remember what the quick load option is. F9. Okay. Okay. Well, I'll leave those there. But does you bundle generator if you can get it up and running, it will explore the library better. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I wonder if like in the up above underneath the stuff if there's stuff we can move, if there's parts or if there's parts some other one of these other locations. Oh, wait, what? There was a thing as I walked up there. No, show me the fucking log of what it was. Something on a fake wall. Oh yeah, okay. It doesn't take long to find a hidden switch. Okay.
hell yeah.
Probably needs power. God damn it. Okay. So we need power. Yeah, once we get the generator running, we can open this thing. But we don't know how to get the generator running. We need parts. I wonder if we can go steal them from the mine. Oh, no, that's the statue. That was here. Oh, there's way up. Did not realize there was upstairs.
Hmm. Yeah.
And a
Same.
downstairs?
I mean,
Oh, okay, no. I see. I mean, I knew there was downstairs, but it was like a different. It said
yeah.
go downstairs, but I think that was just like a weirdness of the top of this was. The cities did lay in ruin, the rivers did no longer flow, the mountains had tumbled, and the dead did strew the whole land. The wrath of power brought down both the wicked kingdom of Kantar and the glorious empire. The gods return to their kingless realm, for everyone must go to the place from which he comes. Scrolls fall apart when you touch them. Oh, are these like... No. Okay. I was like, are these different hotspots? I don't think so. They just have... Yeah, I don't have the strength. Nothing I can do about that. Other than, I guess, drugs. I don't remember what you need to do alchemy. Like, how do you do... Oh, crafting. Oh, you can see. Uh, God, yeah, this is very complicated. Um, but we don't have like schematics or anything, so we can't see what we can craft, and we don't have anything that's like. We have daggers, some basic armor, some shield, buckler. Huh. Okay. Well, that doesn't help me. I want to know how to make a strength drug, if there is such a thing. Well, yeah, let's look at what these other places we opened up are. Oh, what's that? That's a Medi, some tower thing. That's Infurier. Okay. That's Ganizar. That's the Arch. Okay. Let's save. That's the village. Let's go to the mine and see if we can pull shit out of the machine, just in case. I don't think we would be able to do that, but
No harm in checking.
yeah. Hey guys,
Hey, no more dead bodies.
they cleaned it all
Also,
up.
the fucking miners having the Daratan guard.
What?
The guys on the ledge, like they're called guards, but they're carrying pickaxes
Oh, I think
or
they're
those crossbows.
crossbows. Yeah.
Okay, I thought those were pickaxes. I was like, what
Yes.
the hell?
They're on their, yeah, these are crossbow guys on their little raised platform. Gotta get their high ground bonus.
Of course.
Oops. Oh, there's workers. Oh,
Oh, you now that you have crafting skill. Ah, now that you have failed your crafting check.
oh. Well, we've made it to blue steel. Jesus. I thought we didn't have enough power for that. Okay.
Uh, well, you have the option to change it to blue steel again.
Oh, they do ignore your pairs. Okay,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah, so it still isn't enough power, right? I got confused because it says success, but it doesn't actually work.
Uh, yeah.
Uh,
Pop a save and increase your crafting. Just see,
yeah,
see what happens.
I am
I'm
curious.
curious.
Never been able to make it work again. Gives you good insight into insights because smelting steel is only basic function. There's a second more advanced phase. Wow. Okay.
Need more lore.
Need more lore. Place your hands
There
on the
we
controls.
go.
Only this time you know what you're doing. Quickly adjust the valves, increasing the flow and pressure, and push the levers, sending power to hidden reservoirs indicated by barely visible symbols. The higher phase, you hear gears pump starting up, and nothing happens.
Yeah.
Power. Higher phase needs more power. Okay. me.
Hmm.
I want to see if I. Oh right. Oh, this was. Thought it did. Oh, I guess it auto saved. But that's right. I hit
Yeah.
quick load. Okay. Hey, buddy. Okay. Important to get my dialogue. Let's do my dialogue first, so they tell me I can go in before I go in.
Look, maybe you've pissed off House
I
Daratan.
mean, yeah. I don't think. I think you can trigger that only if I actually have a. Okay, and I needed what, like 7 lore?
7. Yeah.
Oh, I'm fine with that. Okay, we need more power.
All right. Now interact with it again. Do the lore check. Okay, I was just curious if it would have changed at all.
Right? Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, that's what basically what that already said was we don't have enough power.
yeah, but you might not have been able to understand it
Right.
because
Yeah. Nothing in those
any of the workers have
barrels.
anything to say.
No, they seem to just be targets.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
All right. Well.
okay. Yeah, it seems like interesting because I have another power thing, but I don't have a way to like put it
Mhm.
in. So, okay. Well, I'm glad. Still glad I came back here, but yeah, not actually helpful. What am I doing? I don't need to go out to exit. Just hit the map. Okay. So where do we want to go? We got Zametti and Infuriate and the Arch. Let's go to Zametti maybe. Well, here, let me go to Terran. Talk to the alchemy guy. Just I want to look at like a merchant's inventory because I don't even know if there is a potion that increases strength. It would make sense to me that there is, especially because there's literally no other way to affect attributes.
Yeah.
You can't increase them with points. So uh, Merchants Plaza. I don't remember if there's a alchemy. There's somebody, but I don't remember where they are. Are you? Oh, you're the okay, blood sausages. Oh yeah, Molius. I have not helped you. I think you just sell armor. Yeah, armor and weapons. That's more food. That's clothes. That's food. That's food. Where's the alchemist person? You're the blacksmith, so here's how you can. This guy lets you forge. Do you have any schematics? Okay, just for that stuff. Crystals. Silica-rich microcrystalline. Okay.
Did you buy the rocks?
I didn't buy the rocks.
Why not? Well, if you need those rocks.
Attack it! Just break down the door. He's gone. He left. What did it say? No, not in here. wanted an index, not a... Oh, what?
You reach the end.
I guess. Okay. I got to...
13.
Yeah, alchemy. Here we go. I wanted to...
Berserk potion extended.
Oh, I guess that's... Yeah, that is literally just a list of everything you can get. Okay. So... Yeah, there's not that much that would be buffs. It would be the Berserk Potion. I think the Neurostimulant doesn't do it, because we have one of those. Okay, I was looking for actually the tutorial thing that said like, oh, you can get a starter kit from this person. Which was in the tutorials, but not here.
Talk to the alchemist in Terran's Inn.
Is that what it said?
Yes, it said that in the text.
Oh, I guess I missed it. I thought it had a name. I'm looking for a capital. Storyteller. Did we talk to you? Oh, I guess not. Great war raged across the Empire. Frenzied Kantari. No match for the terrible demons the Kantari brought from their homeland. Where's Magi? Okay. Abu Hassan Imid Haddad. Oh, I think we have heard this. Yeah, first of the Magi. Which again, interesting the way that a name like that is integrated into the Empire. To stroke his beard gravely. We must seek allies, yes. Empire stretches from coast to coast. All men except the steppe nomads rally to fight under my banner. Yeah, but you gotta go to other realms. Once again, traveled the paths of the future. Ordered them to build a great doorway. Path into a realm that can't be reached by land or sea. Ordered one of the brothers through as an emissary to the other realms. I am curious about all this stuff. Is it gonna end up? I mean, I don't know how much answers we're gonna get. I think we're gonna get some, but I'm curious whether this is is it purely advanced technology as magic, like people reinterpreting things that are meant in imagined in a purely science fictional context that have been contextualized by these people as magical, or is this magitech?
I don't know, because the portal stuff, I'm not sure what.
Right, this could go either way. I think basically
Yeah.
everything we've seen could go either way at this point, and that's not I'm curious where it lands, or if it has if it's clear at all.
Yeah.
Cause it the stuff about the power things, or they're like, oh, it's the elemental spirits that have been bottled up, and it's that sounds like a fantasy contextualization of just electricity or something, right? Batteries.
Yeah.
But also, that's literally how shit works in Eberron, right?
Uh-huh.
Eberron is just it is a proto-industrial society that literally is that. They have railroads of run on bound elemental spirits.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They just keep sending people through their Stargate. They all die.
Well, if only that's how Stargate had ended in episode 1.
Set them away and traveled the paths of the future one last time. Yet his brother forged him a helmet of the finest crystal, weaving a potent magic through and around it. He took the helmet, placed it on his own head, and strode through the gate himself. For 7 days and 7 nights, his brethren held vigil before the doorway, but on the 8th day, supposed to have given him up for lost, Ibn Haddad returned. He seemed shocked that so much time has passed. Thoughts that even breathed heavily upon him brushed aside their questions, announced he had made a deal with those who dwelled in the darkness on the other side of the doorway. They agreed to send 3 of their number to aid the Empire in exchange. 7 times 7 men would go through the doorway to honor the lords in their realm. Okay. They sent 49 people through as, like, sacrifices.
Yeah.
The war. Tell us about the war. 100 tales I can tell you of the Great War, and still we would not scratch the surface. Some sages tell you the old empire was destined to fall from the day it was born. The very moment of its ending was written in the stars themselves. Empires and kingdoms like mortal men grow tall in their time in the sun. Yeah, some of these I'm pretty sure we've heard some of these passages, and that's then all the portal stuff was pretty sure we hadn't.
Yeah. I mean, this is definitely a subject that has been breached in like
Right.
multiple different
Sure. I
areas.
just like I feel like I specifically remember this, like the empires and kingdoms like mortal men grow tall and enjoy their time in the sun for but a brief moment before the 18 months pass. Like I feel like that specific phrase or sentence has come up.
Mhm.
Um, it's their destiny to bring us down. Fate assured they were strong enough to do so. That's why the demons came. The old empire could not be saved. Much has been written on the subject of the High Lords. Too much, I'd say. How did they defeat the Kantari? They talk at length of the powers of the High Lords, that Glass the Dreamer could shape reality as easily as you or I run our hands through water. Wherever Bar Hathor the Flame Walker went, the ground itself burned in his wake and flowed like water. The Thorgoth was known as the Artificer, constructed devices such as we can but dream of, terrible engines and alien machines beyond the understanding of mere men. The stories are unanimous on these details, yes. What are you telling me about the Kantari? They were savages from across the sea, jealous and obsessed with destroying our glorious civilization. Yeah, I'm sure. A race that worshipped demons. The savages and animal men defeated the might of the old empire. Do not dismiss them, my friend. They numbered in the tens of thousands. Uh-huh. Fate usually works in subtler ways than sending a fleet of savages, magi, and demons to your shores, does it not? Well, I suppose. How often does fate bring a close to the story of an empire such as ours, unmatched in all the world? Raises his voice and flings out his arms at this, looking around to see if anyone appreciates the gesture. His patrons have gone back to their tables, paying no more attention. I'll give you this story has some small flaws in it. Most unusual drawing in Lord Galus' library showed a town being built by slaves. In one corner it showed our builders and architects directing them holy plants, measuring instruments, but in the other quarter, well, there appeared to be Kantari, builders like our own. I doubt anyone still living knows what the Kantari look like, okay? Feathers, pelts, the sort of thing you would expect of savages. How would I know? I'm a storyteller. Do you really believe in the demons? Do I believe in the demons? They say the Qatari unleashed in the old empire. Look around you. What do you see? Ruins, destruction, the rotting carcass of the greatest empire to ever grace the world. Only demons could have done such a thing. Okay. Sure, buddy. I don't want a room. I just want to go beat the alchemist. And I don't know where they are. Or if they're here at all. Maybe they're gone. These are all... I don't know. lockpick. I don't want lockpick anything. Although I guess there's loot. Can't talk to any of you. Oh. No. I'm trying to pick the lock. A chest! Damn. Oh, upstairs. I had no idea there was stuff up here. Although, I don't know that any of it matters. Some documents. Person got a plant in there? Oh, to in room? Oh, this is my stash. Oh, this is my room. Oh, follow you from one into the next. Okay. I don't know why. I guess there is encumbrance.
Yeah.
Um, it's the room where Gracious was murdered. Is that the guards guy?
Yeah.
It's
The
like,
guy
I
you
don't.
lured here to murder him.
Yeah, I was like, I assume? I don't remember his name. Well, there's nothing up here. Okay.
Go back to the the manual page you were looking at.
Uh, let's see.
Yeah, it says talk to the alchemist in Terran's Inn up at the bottom.
Oh, for a starter kit, talk to the alchemist at Terran's Inn when you start the game. Yeah, I guess maybe they're just not here anymore.
Could be. Terran has changed since you were
Yeah,
last here.
Terran has changed. Okay. Well, let me just look real quick if it even does. Berserker potion or something. Oh, Berserk potion. Let's see, what does it do? Does not increase strength. Okay, yeah, just increases derived combat stats. Okay. So yeah, there's no way to do that. Okay. Well, so no way to increase strength. Where? So we're not removing that debris. I don't know what's under it. Alright, well, let's go to Zemeti, I guess.
Why not inferior? Inferii. Why not the arch?
Standing among the ruins of the town of Zebedi, not much is left of it. Few broken columns and wall fragments sticking out from the sand like graveyard stones. And of course, the tower, a relic from another age. Once a beacon of arcane knowledge, now a desert lighthouse, warning caravan masters to stay clear of this area. Just as you begin to dismiss such caution as foolish superstition, nausea wells up within you and your skin starts to prickle. The magic that was unleashed on Zemeti may have weakened over the centuries, but it's far from gone. Oh, good. Oh, creatures. Guard.
I was going to say, I guess this is supposed to be the nuke equivalent, but weird for people to just be standing it if that's the case.
Well, you know.
So what happened to that power armor you got?
I haven't gotten it.
I thought you got it.
No, I gotta, like, finish the deal. What was it? Yeah, find Esdras and Ganazar and talk to him
Oh,
about the armor.
okay.
Because the guy sold it, I think, to
Gotcha.
try to recoup the expenses from they funded the expedition because the guy lied to him about what he was funding, and then it
Yeah.
all went to hell. So he took the armor and sold it. Where the fuck is my character?
Uh,
There I am. Like, trying to look around the map, and then I just completely lost myself. All right, preacher. Guess who I am? Have you come to pray, brother? Asked the man, chanting the words. Have you come to marvel at that which has been spared their wrath? Have you come to ask why? You mean the tower? Is that all you see, brother? A dusty old tower? And how, pray tell, did it survive the destruction of this land? By what miracle? By whose miracle? You know what I see? Says the man, changing his tone and going back to chanting. I see a shining beacon of faith, a message in God's own writing to those who have eyes to see. Why else was it spared when everything else was destroyed? Why else was it spared when the gods could have flicked it away as one would an insect? Oh, it was no accident, believe me. There is a grand design at work here, my friend. Uh, interesting to have grand design capitalized. That is an actual that is a term like a capital G, capital D for something in Baldur's Gate. It's-
mm,
that's weird for it to show up here like um, capitalized. Um, why did they spare it? It's their way of telling us that this is the house of gods. By their mercy it was saved. It will be by their mercy that we will be saved, and these doors will be opened, and only those of pure heart and mind will be permitted to enter. Only they and nobody else will be saved when the gods return to end the reign of men. Only they and nobody else will receive their grace, be allowed to drink from the divine springs. How did you find this tower? The gods led me to it. My caravan was attacked by raiders and I had to flee. After days of wandering in the desert, I prayed to the gods to save me. The very moment I uttered those words, the sky started to clear and I saw it standing there in all its glory, heavenly light shining down upon it. The gods showed me the way. They tested me in my faith to see if I would falter and fail, to see if I would start having doubts, see if I would turn away from them, like many have done time and again, time again. But I did not. I passed the test. I placed myself into their hands, and by their grace did I survive. All right. Oh, hello. A force field. As you get closer, you see why the tower has been ransacked yet. A shimmering wall of red light, too bright to look at directly, blocks the entrance. Warily, you take a step forward and the red light surrounds you. Instantly, it feels like you're walking underwater, fighting for every step. You glance back to measure your progress and realize you haven't moved an inch. Okay, interesting. Oh, can't go out here. Can't actually, like... Yeah, okay, so most of this area is not... Yeah, we really can't do anything here. Okay, well, alright. Guess we'll maybe come back later when we have a way to get through a force field.
what was that? I thought there was like a glowing red thing on the left side of the bridge behind the little tent there. Uh, okay, never mind. Oh, yeah. Did you see it there?
Yeah, that's just me clicking.
Okay.
It's when I am clicking on a spot I can't
Yeah.
go to, it puts a little red dot. So, or actually it's an
Yeah.
X, I guess. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, my bad.
that's alright. Uh, okay, I guess we go to Infuriate.
What's the oh, the arch is the hole in the ground, right?
With the big, like, arc to triumph over it. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah.
It's weird. We'll see what that is, I guess. As you get closer to Infuriate, you see more and more villagers going about their business. They notice you, they drop what they're doing, and follow you back to the village. By the time you reach it, there's a large crowd trailing you. At the moment, they don't seem to pose any danger to you. Rather than a proper villager settlement, Infuriate turns out to be a small group of makeshift dwellings sitting on a hill overlooking the desert. When you get closer, you see that the dwellings circle a large area at the crest of the hill, decorated with stones. The stones form what appears to resemble a giant eye. Oh, yeah, I hadn't processed. This is a
Yes,
like Eye of
the
Ra
Egyptian
thing.
hieroglyph. Yeah.
Yeah. The gaping hole in the middle where the iris should be. Um,
Land ahoy.
one of the villagers assumes the role of a guide and points at one of the dwellings on the outskirts of the village. The dwelling is surrounded by patches of strange plants growing out of the sand. Okay, I guess I'm going in. Standing in a small room filled with various plants that leave just enough space for a bed occupied by a dried up crone. One of the villagers respectfully taps on her shoulder and whispers something to her ear. The crone gestures, being irritated, and the villagers fall back, leaving you alone with her. She slowly gets up, sighs, and comes closer to take a good look at you. Well, 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 she says in a low, raspy voice. Look what the wind blew in. She fixes you with a hard stare and scoffs, her withered lips twisting and moving, as if searching for the right words to express her displeasure. So, what am I supposed to do with you? Why should you do anything? What do you do when your garden sprouts weeds? My fucking god, why can I not speak? You remove them without pity, even though a weed is a living thing and wants to live as much as everything else does. If you don't, they'll ruin the garden. So this is your garden. It is, nods the crone. I've been looking after these people for decades. I delivered most of them into this world. Not many midwives around these parts. I watched them grow, kept them safe, weeded out the bad seeds. Speaking of which, why did you come here? What is it that you seek? Alright, we don't, not gonna lie, I guess.
Don't have
Also,
the
I
option.
guess this is what we're doing? Is this
I,
the overall temple we're looking for? I don't know which temple it is. Do you see any temple around here? Why are you looking for it? It holds answers to many questions. It holds a lot more than that. How do you know that? I visited it when I was young and curious. I walked down the ancient halls. I held in my hands the relics the gods left behind. I sat where the Magi did when they came in droves to learn the knowledge that didn't belong in this world. I've even looked down at the sleeping god that lies there and wondered if the kiss of a fair maiden, don't look at me, I wasn't born old, would have the power to wake him. But even then, the crone raised her voice suddenly, I had the wisdom not to touch things I don't understand and leave them alone. Wisdom your kind lacks. The god is still there, sleeping. Why wouldn't he be? It's not like he has anywhere else to go. What if the god can make things better, can fix all this? What if he makes things worse? That's the difference between the town dwellers and the desert folk. You hope. Always hope. She spits the word hope as if it were an insult. You hope that the lords will be merciful. Hope that the guards won't harass you. Hope that the store owner will take pity on you. Hope that levies won't be raised too much this year. Hope that prices won't go up. Hope that there will be work tomorrow. You're so used to hoping that someone will take care of you that you're ready to believe in just about anything as long as it promises you new hope. I don't really hope for most of those things because I'm a noble.
God. Yeah.
You seem to know a lot about town life for someone who lives in the middle of nowhere. I was born in Mataran, says the crone suddenly, before the first Exodus. The city was different back then, filled to the brim with people, like an overused latrine that hasn't been cleaned in a while. It smelled about the same too. That's what I remember the most. The smell. We lived like animals, sleeping together to keep warm, eating scraps, fighting for what little we had. Not much of a life that was, yet people fought for it and died for it. As long as it won't get worse, my mother used to say, like a prayer that went unanswered. Every year things got worse, and every year she said the same thing. It took me years to understand what she meant. Anything we could survive wasn't the worst. Anything we could survive, we could get used to and learn to live with. As long as things won't get worse. adds the crone, smiling grimly. The first Exodus. That's what they called it. The guards rounded up everyone the city didn't need that sent them off into the desert. It was time for them to reclaim the land, to take back what was rightfully theirs, they said. An opportunity for the right kind of people. My mother was devastated, but I remember it as my first real holiday. Fresh air, plenty of space, clean water that didn't smell like a latrine. The first time I ate fresh meat, I kept looking for maggots and wondering where they were. Before that, I'd never had anything save for some rotten scraps. Water in the desert. The desert is harsh, but not lifeless. It has enough food and water to sustain you if you know where to look. In the cities, food and water are plentiful, but only if you can afford it. If you don't, you better get used to scraps of rotten meat and dirty water. What happened to the people who left? Most of them died. They begged for scraps and hoped that tomorrow would be a better day somehow, instead of doing something to ensure their survival. It doesn't surprise me anymore, seeing what I've seen. Believing in miracles and someone coming to save you is different than believing in your own ability to do whatever it takes to save yourself. Most people who left the city with us didn't have that belief. I think they were waiting for the first opportunity to give up, and in the desert you don't need to wait long. How did you end up here? Moved around a lot. The desert is in constant motion. To survive, you need to move too. You learn to feel the desert, the winds, the shifting sands, water in the oases, and follow them. Eventually, the desert led us here, to her holy place. Seems you've adapted well to the desert. Kingdoms will rise and fall, but the desert will always be here. Not true. Her ways are harsh, but her children are strong and will survive where softer folks won't. I saw a strange place in the middle of the village. What is it? A remnant of another age. The desert claimed it, preserved it, led us to it. The predators avoid it. Animals feel things we don't. Shamans get stronger dreams here, so they come every now and then, bringing gifts and the sacrifice. The sacrifice. We stick to the old ways here. To receive, you must give. Can I go down there? I won't stop you if you choose to do so, but you won't be coming back. Even if you survive, you'll stay down there. These people believe this is a holy place. I can't have them see you emerging from the underworld alive. You go down there, you stay there. That's the deal I offer, and there won't be any other. I don't know that we need to go down there right now.
Time to save and then go down.
Yeah. Time to save and I guess maybe explore. Oh. Is it? Oh. Huh. Okay. Oh, there it is. Take a closer look. The guard stops you. Well, forbidden. Oh my god. Just pushes you in.
Hmm. Fucked up.
Land on a pile of rotting corpses, the smell making you gag. Slowly you get up and look around. You're standing in a large chamber. The only source of light is the opening above your head, way out of reach. Two honor guards are posted here there to discourage you from trying to escape. They look down with interest, exchanging comments. Surprisingly, this evil dungeon is anything but dead and quiet. A deep humming sound fills your ears, seemingly coming from everywhere at once, and the floor under your feet is alive with vibrations. The air is thick and acrid, smelling of sulfur, rock oil, and other unidentifiable things. You see what looks like a stone demon patrolling the dark hallway. It's damaged. The stone surface is broken in many places, but it looks like the head has suffered the most damage. Suddenly, as if it could smell your fear, the demon stops and turns towards you.
You got to introduce yourself.
You do. This is what our character does.
Mm-hmm.
Intruder? This is definitely a robot. The demon asks with certainty. Standing closer, you can see that the trunk of his head had been sliced off cleanly, which must have affected his mental capacity. I come in peace. Intruder, says the demon. They always come. I kill them. More come. Always come. Always kill. Why do you kill intruders? Master's orders. What did the master say exactly? The demon freezes for almost a minute and says, defend the tower at all costs. Kill anyone who manages to come inside. You managed to come inside, therefore I must kill you. Wait, what if your master comes back? You wouldn't kill him, would you? I can't kill the master, acknowledges the demon. And yet your instructions clearly say anyone. Are we gonna logic the robot
Yes.
into
Yeah.
destroying, like breaking down? Oh, the master isn't anyone. You decide who anyone is and isn't? I don't think your master would be pleased you took the liberty to interpret his orders as you see fit. To be honest, I killed my own servants for less.
Christ.
I don't decide. I know. I knew? The demon sounds confused, as if trying to remember something he once knew, but fails. The orders were clear. Do they sound clear to you? Kill everyone, but not everyone. No wonder you're confused. I think you forgot a vital part of your order. Can no longer tell who's an intruder and who's a guest. Guests, says the demon, as if remembering the word. Guests were allowed. The master had guests. Well, I'm a guest of your master. He asked me to make sure everything's running smoothly. So what happened here? The demon looks at you suspiciously, doubting that someone like you could be of any help to him. But he's already accepted the idea that you're a guest and isn't planning to revisit it. Shields failed, sustained extensive damage, lost structural integrity, lost power, insufficient resources for repair, salvaged parts, restored converter, reconstructed portal, revised power level, 12%, system core ready. What can we do here? Follow me. The demon turns around and walks toward the stairs leading to the lower level.
I love that
Okay.
this worked. Sure.
Yeah, it's great. Actually, I thought it was going to be, like, oh, you've trapped them in a contradiction and the machine can't handle it and it shuts down. I am happier with this.
Yes, me too.
The demon moves to the console and puts his hand on the controls. The air in the chamber thickens, pressure building and the humming noise growing stronger. The demon's arms move with speed and precision as the charged air cracks and a small floating sphere of glowing matter appears above the pentagram. The pentagram's lines flash bright red as the sphere starts expanding, charging the air around it. Lightning strikes the wall above your head. Another hits the floor. Unfazed, the demon pushes a large lever forward, and the sphere shrinks in size a little bit and loses some intensity. It floats in midair, shivering and contracting, a corona of strange energy flaring up around it, discharging. 32%, says the demon after tapping on some dials. 30, 34, 31. Stable. New orders. Refresh my memory. What can we do with all this? Without the master, without the databanks, not much. I do have enough power to release a burst of energy. It will fry anything within a 100-meter radius. It's a good way to keep the enemy at bay. No, I don't think we need to do that. Tell me about the portal. You go through it and it comes out somewhere else. Simple. Comes out where? Where the other portal is, says the demon, sounding more confident now that the conversation has shifted to subjects that don't require any interpretation. If it's powered up and ready to receive. Where does this portal lead to? Madaran. The master went there when the shields failed. The next moment the tower collapsed. I don't know how long I was under the debris. When I dug myself out, I rebuilt the portal and waited for the master to return. How long ago was that? I don't know. A year ago? 2? I don't think it was a year or 2 ago.
No, probably not.
Why did he go to Madaran? To warn them. To warn the first of the Magi. Who attacked you? Balzar. Nobody else had the power to breach the defenses my master employed. Who or what is this Balzar? The first of the Yazadas, the first to be welcomed, the first to bite the hand that fed him. Yazadas, worthy of worship? That's what his kind was called. Okay. So the visitors, like maybe?
Maybe.
Visitors or demons, I guess. Although, I mean, they're calling this guy a demon, and he's not from another. Just seems to be a robot. Can you change the destination of the portal? If it's in the data banks, says the demon, pointing at the crystal semisphere. This one is empty, a replacement of the one that was destroyed. What is this crystal? Not crystal. glass. Fused silica, cheaper than sapphire, better than crystalline glass. Better transmission, low expansion, easily replaceable. Available at your local city today. Can you show me how to use it? The demon looks at you strangely as if struggling with such an odd request, then goes to the semi-sphere and gives you a quick tour. He moves too fast and uses words and concepts you don't understand, but you get the basic functions. Hopefully you can figure out the rest as you go. Let me ask you something else. Tell me about the databanks. There is nothing there, says the demon, pointing at the crystal semi-sphere. It's empty. Replacement of the one that was destroyed. Okay. Let's not kill everyone. Okay, so we've got the control panel. This is a lot. This is cool. So we've got a portal that will presumably let us leave. Oh yeah, portal here. That's the thing that changes our destination. We've got this machine here. Okay, here's the upstairs
Series of
here.
bodies.
Yeah, yeah. Just a bunch of bodies. Oh, it's dark outside. The guards are nowhere to be seen. Okay, well, I think we're not leaving that way anyway.
Sure, you
Oh,
can.
well, you
The
find a grappling hook. Okay, I guess you can. I guess you can throw the. Yeah, okay, it's at the top. Okay. So let's see here. Well, let's look at what this machine can do. Is this just the don't touch it? Okay, I guess that's the like blow everyone up machine. I assume. Okay. Well, let's see if this portal goes anywhere.
Yeah.
Be interesting
It's
if it
not.
does go to Mataran, since we're not allowed to be there.
Uh huh. Maybe this is how you get back into Mataran.
Step into the glow. For a moment, it seems like you're falling, but then you step on the other side, dizzy and disoriented. You're standing in a small chamber at the top of a minaret far above the city. At your feet lies the skeletal remains of a man clad in tattered robes, a strange metal glove still on his right hand. There's an old faded message on one of the walls. Turning around, you see a glowing portal, an elevator leading down, and what looks like a large, brightly glowing glass lamp, a glass tube enclosed in a metal cage designed to protect the glass from damage. Great. Huh.
Steal his robe.
Pick up the glove. Okay. Strange metal glove, unknown purpose. It takes 3 tubes to power it up, so whatever the glove does requires a lot of magical energy. Wow, yeah. I have 1 tube.
Yeah.
It's a power fist. Just,
Will wizard have a power fist?
well, depends on the kind of wizard. Examine the lamp. Remove the protective cover, discover a large, softly glowing tube. Looks similar to power tubes, but much larger.
Maybe you can
Uh,
use this one on the blue steel.
yeah, I'm assuming this is going to turn the portal off. But, yeah,
Yeah. Okay, you can put the power tube back in.
yeah, you can. Okay, yeah, now we have 2 power tubes.
Oh.
That's
Them
interesting.
saying it was much larger than
Right,
normal.
I thought we were gonna get the big one.
Yeah.
The elevator still works. Okay. City is still in chaos. Okay, you gotta leave. Interesting. Okay. So
Hmm.
we got a power tube and a magic glove.
And maybe a demon friend.
Yeah,
And a grappling hook.
that's true. Also a grappling hook. I don't know if that's gonna be useful outside of getting out of that thing.
Yeah.
Uh, right, these like weird little zones they have for when you're kicked out of somewhere, rather than
Uh-huh.
just making you go to the map. I kind of want to go back here and be like, hello, guess what? The villagers stare at you in disbelief, whispering amongst themselves. Eventually, they send someone to fetch Azra. She walks with exaggerated difficulty, trying to figure out what to do with you. The sacrificial lamb has been restored to us. We've been blessed, she adds dryly. Great. Good. Let me go. I want to talk to her. You're wasting daylight. Just leave. That's funny. Just like, fuck you.
Uh-huh. Can you just go back? Hold on. Can you
Go
just go
back
back in the
down.
thing? Yeah.
The portal doesn't work anymore, so I would have to use the.
The guard stops you. Okay.
Oh, I have to talk to him again. Can I take a look? Oh, forbidden. Okay.
So
So
this
no.
does mean you can't go back. Like,
Yeah, I mean without attacking him, yeah. Yes.
yeah.
It's kind of
Um,
annoying. I feel like I should just be able to push past them and jump in. Okay, so that's interesting. Yeah. I don't know that we.
like, there's definitely something to do with the databanks there.
Right, yes, that is true. Uh, let's see, where was. Back
Uh,
here?
that's actually the. That was you grabbing the power tube, I think.
Right, that's what I was looking for. I wanted to,
Okay.
yeah, save, or make a hard save before I take it out. Disable the teleporter.
Well, can you even get back here? Is the thing.
Oh, I guess that's true, because I can't get into the city.
Yeah, can't get into the city. I'm not sure you could go up the elevator even if you could. 'Cause the elevator just re-went up, and that was the
Yeah,
problem.
yeah, I think you're right. That is true. Well, I don't have a save. The the last one is after we were come here.
Oh god. Okay, well,
Uh,
I guess just go back to it then. That's all you got. You're stuck on this path now.
yeah, that's interesting. I mean, maybe there'll be a way to get back there. Um,
Yeah, maybe. You might just have to do some fighting.
God, I hope not. Okay,
Alright, the arch.
the arch. After a long and arduous journey through the desert, you finally arrive at the site marked on your map. It's an abandoned excavation about 50 feet deep and twice as wide. Whoever did it spared no expense to unearth what it is that lies beneath the sand, but they found nothing except an old arch. You see people around the dig site, but you can't tell who they are from this distance. The men are armed. They aren't organized up to be Imperial Guards. They must either be mercenaries or raiders. Probably raiders. Their
Yeah,
leader looks
hey!
familiar, though. It's your old friend, Esbenis.
This rules.
Hey, buddy. How's it going? Didn't think I'd see you so soon. What brings you to my humble abode? Well, I wanted to take a closer look at that building. Magnificent, isn't it? Hard to believe it was completely abandoned when we found it. A piece of history, just buried and forgotten. 1,000 years ago, the Imperial soldiers marched onto that arch, thinking it would stand there forever as a testament to their glory. Today, slaves relieve themselves on it. Spiteful fuckers. What are you doing with the slaves? Selling them as cheap labor, since I don't have the heart to kill them. Why, do you want them? Uh, no. I guess not. About this arch. About my arch? For 1,000 Imperials, you can look all you like and even take a small place home as a souvenir. 1,000 Imperials to look at an old building. Still taking me for a fool, guys. If all you want is take a look, then take a look from here. It's free. We both know you didn't come here for sightseeing, and my price is 1,000 Imperials. Oh boy, well, we're not attacking him. He's got a whole bunch of guys here.
I mean, just pay him. You got the money. See
I
what
do,
it
I do
does for
have
you.
the money. Yeah, I guess we could
Like
just, yeah,
I
we
don't know that
saved.
there's anything important here, but
Right,
might as well look around.
sure. Hey guys, oh, more worshippers.
This is a lot of worshippers.
They are.
And also one of those slaves was armed. Oh, that might have been slaver rather than
Yeah, I think these are
yeah.
slavers. Hmm. Examine the arch. Oh, it is covered in.
Yeah, those are definitely
Looks like
hieroglyphs.
cuneiform. That's interesting. I don't think we've seen that anywhere.
Look at this low res wording.
Standing in front of the arch, other than its size, looks completely ordinary, old and dusty. Uh, well, I can't read the writing. I need to try to read all this writing.
Look, you're not Daniel Jackson.
I've got so many points in lore.
You need more in perception to spot the secret.
I've got 7 lore. I can't find anything about this.
Just put more points into lore. You're already loading.
Sure, yeah, we'll just max it out. Nope, nothing. Okay, interesting.
I'm curious. This has got to be some. Oh, hold on. Were there steps on the inside?
On the
Oh,
inside.
no. Never mind.
Okay. There doesn't seem to be anything else that you can do here. It's just.
It's got to be something eventually.
Right, it does seem like it. Okay. Uh, alright, bye. Maybe some other time. Alright. Guess it's time to actually go to Yenazar. Man, I haven't found anything to power up the library. Beyond the embers of your dying campfire, you first mistook the lights of the holy city for a new constellation, so high were they above the horizon. Over the next 2 days, the craggy profile of Castle Ganazar sets the caravan's course, as if it were a lighthouse guiding you across the plain. The city's magic and mystery fades, however, as you come closer. Famous Citadel squats grim and unadorned atop its massive hill, with the city arranged in cascading levels on the slopes beneath, like rings of fungus choking the last vestiges of life from a ruined tree. Okay. Traitor. Unless you're one of the faithful, friend, you might as well turn around, says a gap-toothed man, giving you his best smile. People of Ganazar don't want the unbelievers polluting their fair city with their presence. Are the gates closed, then? Gates are wide open. Without one of these, he displays a rough-looking pendant in the shape of a snake biting its own tail. Oh, an Ouroboros.
Yeah.
You won't make it past the first vacant cross, if you know what I mean. What is it? What is it? It's the mark of House Crassus, the great serpent, Ouroboros, whose awakening will herald the end of this world and the beginning of a new one. Ouroboros? That's what I said, didn't I? So if you want to escape his fiery breath and enter the new world and this holy city, you could buy this amulet for one low price of 10 Imperials. I should be charging more, but I refuse to make a profit on your personal salvation. We definitely don't need this amulet, but it's also 10 coins, so. Unless it's like a. Somehow it's gonna get us killed. I'll just pay him, and we'll reload if we need to. What's all this nonsense about the locals turning the unbelievers away? They do take this new creed seriously, that's for sure. They burned down the boatmen's guild and slaughtered every man inside, so I'd take them seriously too if I were you. They're very serious about their new religion. They burned down the Assassin's Guild and killed every assassin.
Hmm.
Can you believe it? Zealots, I tell you. What is this world coming to? Watch what you say, or better yet, keep your mouth shut unless you want to end up on a cross. They killed all the boatmen. What about all the other guilds? The merchants are keeping it very low profile. Not a good time to be in the money changing business for them. The guards are doing what they do best, looking the other way. The thieves went underground like rats. The word is they're staying away from the zealots. If you're one of the faithful, you can walk around at night. Nobody will dare touch you, because come morning, the mob will be there looking for those who wronged you in any way. Keep that in mind, friend. What does Meru say about it? Officially, Meru says the attacks must stop, and all citizens are equal in his eyes, for he's a brother to all of them. Unofficially, well, I wouldn't know about that, but I suspect he's happy as a pig. Brother? You didn't hear about it? Apparently he's a lord no longer. He's Brother Meru now. Of course, our new brother still rules Ganazar from Nyx Castle, and the mob has accepted him as their leader, so Meru's stronger than ever. You don't have anything to sell? Okay. Snake Pendant. The Mark of House Crassus. The Great Serpent Ereborus. Okay. Interesting. People crucified. Stop right there, demands a pox-marked man. He looks dirty and unkempt, yet speaks with a strange aura of authority, clearly enjoying his power to stop and question anyone he pleases. Several armed men are looming behind him, making the unspoken threat credible. The Crassus guards manning the gate show no reaction, either accustomed to it or being on the side of the zealots. Which lord do you owe fealty to? I bow to no man, but the gods who watch over us from our heavenly abode. Welcome to Ganazar, brother. Oh boy, this is gonna be interesting. What is our reputations? Very bad with Aurelian, of course, but they're dead, so that's fine. Very, bad with the guards. People don't care, and of course Daraton loves us. We have a pretty good reputation with Crassus, though.
Yeah.
I also have a lot of prestige, so hopefully that helps. Okay. Wait, where was like... Oh, this is the entrance. Okay. Just got camera. Mercenary. What are you looking at? Demands a rough-looking man standing at the gates. His beaten bronze armor suggests his owner hasn't done well for himself. I haven't seen many mercenaries around here. So fucking what? I was just curious what brought you here, brother. Came to fight. Offer my sword in defense of the holy city. What made you a believer? Raider ran me through with a spear. I raised my shield in time, but the spear went through like it wasn't there. Thought I was a goner for sure, but the caravan master dropped me off at some village, and their wise woman managed to bring me back with their herbs and potions. She was the one who told me all about Brother Meru and his teachings. It took me weeks to recover, so I just lay there and listened, thinking to myself that if the gods give me a second chance, I'll go to Ganazar, pledge my sword to Meru. Here I am. Didn't see Meru yet. Guess he's just busy. Sure, buddy. He's definitely gonna come and thank you personally. What did she tell you? What everyone knows. Brother Meru used to be a lord of this city, but he was a kind and just lord. He saw much suffering around him, and he wanted to make people's lives better. He prayed for guidance, and the gods answered. They told him what he needs to do to bring them back. Brother Mero renounced his title and started teaching people devotion towards the gods. When we're ready, the gods will return and establish their own kingdom, and we'll all live by their laws. You believe that? Of course I believe that. Would I be here if I didn't? You believe the gods are out there somewhere, waiting to return and fix all this mess? The gods are shepherds. We're the flock. And who were these shepherds? Where were these shepherds for the last 4 centuries? We weren't ready. We lived in ignorance because we didn't know any better. But now we do. Now we're ready. Okay. Let's see. God. A lot of crucified people. Oh. Where am I going? Okay. Right. There's, I guess, a couple of boxes there I can't go over. Oh, we can climb the ladder to go up here. Sure, let's do that. It's up here. You see a man in a torn and dirty tunic hiding in the corner. He has the desperate look of a cornered animal. Help me, he whispers quietly. You hear shouts coming from the outside before the door flies open and several armed zealots bursting in. There you are, says their leader, a man with a close-shaved head and a misshapen nose, broken too many times. Who are you? We're gods-fearing men, says the zealot, not some thugs, after thinking. This man is guilty of heresy, a charge he doesn't deny. What about you? Are you a man of faith or a godless fucking heathen no better than a rat? My name is Gaius. I assume I need no introduction. We've heard much about you, the Holy One. The Holy One, says the man with the eyes wide with reverence. What do you want with
This
these
motherfucker said
heretics?
holy wan.
Oh. The gods have a plan for him, and they sent me to set him straight. You see, brother, killing a man is easy. Showing him the error of his ways, opening up his eyes to see. Now that is a real miracle. Would you bless me, brother? Asked the zealot with tears in his eyes. Bless him! What are you waiting for?
Ah,
You make a mysterious gesture in the air, touch his forehead and nod, indicating that the blessing of the gods is now firmly upon him. Increased reputation. Great.
amazing.
Thank you, says the man shaking. They would have killed me if not for you. I'm Elias, a cartwright by trade. Are such attacks common here? You don't know the half of it. It's not that I don't believe in the gods. I do, he adds cautiously. But they believe more, and that makes me an unbeliever in their eyes. They came to my shop one day and asked for a small donation. A few coins helped the faithful. I gave them 10 imperials and some food, thinking I'd done a good thing. The next day they were back, asking for more. I said I didn't have enough to share, but they demanded more. I had a shop, so in their eyes I was prosperous. What did you do? I gave them a few coins and some bread. The next day they came back and threatened me. Threatened my family. I complained to the guards, and that's where it all started. I sold my shop and managed to get my family out of the city 2 days ago. Tried to get out today, but they spotted me and I ran. You know the rest. I'll walk you to the gates. Thank you again for your kindness. If you ever need help, talk to Lord Darganus. He's a good man, just not very religious, if you know what I mean. Alright, great. Yeah, 11, okay. That's good. A maze of tiny rooms, separated from each other by makeshift walls. Each room is its own world with its own smell. Spices to cover the taste of meat going bad. Incense to cover the smell of unwashed bodies. Fried fish from the river. Bitter herbs boiling in a pot. More. Oh, what's this? It's another house. Street hustler. Let's talk to the street hustler. What's your pleasure, friend? As a rat-faced man, mistaking your curiosity for buying interest. Hashish, mushrooms, blue lotus, henbane. I need a guide. Do I? I don't think I need a guide. Guard, plague. A bored guard is leaning against the wall. The door next to him seems to be barred. Plague, explains the guard, donning the door when you come closer. Does it happen often? It happens, instructs the guard, overwhelmed by empathy. What kind of plague is it? The kind that kills you? Says the guard, clearly surprised that people can be that stupid. How do you know it's a plague? A prospector recently returned from a trip to some ruins fell ill. Hmm. Started vomiting blood and then
No,
his hair
that's
fell
just
off.
radiation.
Yeah, if that ain't a
Yeah.
plague, I don't know what is. Prospector, you said. I'd like to talk to him. And spread the plague? Don't be daft. So what's the plan? Same as always. He makes it out. He makes it, we let him out. He dies, we burn the body and possessions. What else is there to do? I mean, to
Your
be fair,
alchemy
you do
skill's not
want to probably
nearly
burn
high.
all of his shit. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I dabble in alchemy. Maybe I can help. An alchemist, are you? You know, a friend of mine went to the warehouse. Now he has this rash. Guard spends the next 10 minutes describing his condition in vivid detail. Jesus. So this is streetwise, not alchemy.
Uh-huh.
Thanks. I'll definitely. I mean, I'll let my friend know. All right, you can go in, but do it quickly. I'm very glad that didn't actually involve alchemy.
Uh-huh.
You see a
There
sickly
might have
looking.
been an option for alchemy.
Yeah, there might have been. Looking man on a dirty bed. His breathing is shallow, his eyes closed. Can you hear me? Man mumbles something and coughs, spitting blood on his tunic. Oh, God. No. You fix him your newest invention, what you call an energy drink, generously spiked with drugs. Alright, well, we'll try that again. Okay. Gonna have to get some points in alchemy to talk to this guy. Is it kind of, is after helping that person? There wasn't actually anything around, so then we do this, okay. So, alchemy. I feel like it's probably gonna be at least 3, but can just see. Nope. Oh, yeah. Okay, mix a medical concoction, make him drink it. The man coughs 3 more times, slowly opens his eyes. Can you talk? What happened to you? Followed the dead river, found the village. Nothing but death there. Death and machines. Where? Crossbuster looks at your map, points to the shaking figure, closes his eyes to see anything else. Dead river added to the map. Alright, cool. That was worth it. For alchemy, no. Maybe actually harvest things. I don't know what. Hector? Hello, Hector. Alright, let's talk to Hector. You see a man in his 50s standing at the street corner. He has a deep-lined face, slightly bulging blue eyes, and an easy confidence, which seems out of place in Lowtown. The blessing of the gods be upon you, he says in a raspy voice when you approach. Alright, goodbye, Hector. You don't have anything to say. Wasn't anything like back over here. I don't think we went through all this, right? Yeah. Okay, time to go up the next level. Hello, guard. Keep moving, says the guard. Expecting trouble? Here to make sure new arrivals understand the boundaries. Just because our gates are open to all faithful doesn't mean they can go anywhere they please. Of course, men of standing reputation are welcome anywhere, but those who belong at the bottom should stay at the bottom. Thought we were all brothers and sisters. In God's eyes, we are. Ignoring, nods the guard, ignoring your sarcasm. Which doesn't mean we shouldn't have order. If you were dirt poor before, you won't be sleeping on a feather bed when you come here. But you'll pray freely and without fear. What about the crosses? It's the holy city, says the guard, giving you a long, hard look as if finally finding you worthy of his full attention. If you aren't a man of faith, why are you here? I'm a brother. I'm merely curious. Who dispenses justice in Lowtown? The faithful don't need judges to see into the hearts of fellow men. But they need guards to keep them from wandering into the upper districts. Don't overstay your welcome. Ooh, oh no! Well, we can't have that. Is it not said that justice is a joy to the godly, but terror to the evildoers? Quite so, brother. The faithful can walk without fear, for they are amongst brothers. What can you tell me about the city? The Magi built this hill to be closer to heaven. The Magi built the hill to be able to speak to the gods and ask for their favor. Touched by their devotion, one of the gods shed a tear which fell from the sky but didn't hit the ground. It stopped in midair, frozen in time, a symbol of the gods' love and power. They say that Castle Ganazar was built around this holy tear, for to stand next to it is to stand in the presence of the divine. A tear? A tear? Okay. That's interesting. Tear in the fabric of our world. A god's tear, says the guard. Weren't you listening? Well, you know. Look at this nice rooftop dining. Do we have a... Okay, we do have a map of the boatmen and the 40 thieves have places down there? They do? I mean, they said they were all gone. Okay. The temple. The skyport. Oh, that's right. They have a skyport. Doesn't go anywhere. The blacksmith. Where is the actual blacksmith? There he is. He's located. May the gods be with you, stranger. What do you sell? Not a lot, actually. Not that I need anything. But... Trader. You see zealots arguing with the trader over something. When you approach, the trader gives the zealot several iron ingots, tells him that's all he can spare. The zealot thanks him and walks away. Jesus. You need to be giving more shit. What's that about? Keep harassing us every day. No matter how much you give, it's never enough. What do they take? Anything. Trust me, they aren't picky. If they can't use it, they sell it or barter it off. What do the guards say about it? Say it's not against the law to ask for charity. What are you gonna do, huh? Show me your wares. Oh. Steel
He
and
sells
blue
blue steel.
steel. Wow. Well, if I knew anything about how crafting worked and was good at it and needed equipment, I could make good equipment. But none of those are true. None of these are people I can talk to. The inn. Is this? Where's the actual door? Oh, it's right there. Hello, innkeeper. I don't need a room. Levinus. Man is gazing clearly at nothing, lost in his thoughts. Gaius Levinus. Oh, okay. This is the guy we're looking for. He blinks as he returns to reality, then turns to look at you expressionless. I don't know you, he says after a moment. Domitius Ulpius sent me. I told Domitius to leave me alone. Tell his lackeys to do the same. I've got nothing to say to you. I was asked to find the temple. Any help? I don't see a crossbow pointed at your head. Tell them you didn't find it. Everyone will be better off. You could thank me later for living a long life. Or a longer one at any rate. You have strong opinions considering you've never even seen the temple. Domitius said you never found it. That's right, we didn't find the damn temple. It's the man staring at his cup for a while. We didn't have to. Takes a deep breath, and as if against his will, continues. We've all heard the tales of the all-powerful Magi, pacts with demons, betrayals, and destruction. Stories from before history. Lore masters spelled it all out for us, but we didn't really listen. And why would we? Happened centuries ago. Tales were outrageous, legends. The war, the gods, the Kintari. They're all gone, like all the great works of the past. No more than dust and rubble, right? That's what we all thought, till one day we stopped under that merciless desert sun to wipe the sweat from our eyes, looked about ourselves, and found we had walked straight into those tales. Discovered just how real they were. So now you drink all day. I drink because nothing makes sense anymore. We had our fathers and our grandfathers. We and our fathers and our grandfathers have lived our lives in the shadow of a volcano. For years it is silent, so you think that it's dead. One day it rumbles, but you tell yourself you were mistaken. It must have been the cart and bricks tipping over in the road. But then it rumbles again. You realize it's not dead. It's slept for centuries, and it's about to awaken. You tell anyone? I did. They called me mad, the natural reaction to the inconceivable. That's why I came to Ganazar, where insanity is the norm. Speak sense will get you stoned. Now I keep my mouth shut. Besides, what can I do? What can anyone do? Nothing. You know where the temple is. The young are so eager to throw their lives away, the world so eager to take them from you. Drains the cup and lets it clatter to the ground. The temple is in the valley beyond the dead river. It has to be. Location fits. It's the only place we couldn't get to ourselves. Why is that, you ask? Because we lost every man trying to get there. Every single man. But you! Claps you on the shoulder, the friendly gestures belied by his bitter voice. I have every confidence you will prevail where better men have failed. Crossing river the only way to the valley? Still think it's the easiest route? Stay away from Hellgate. These screams, I can still hear them. What do you know about Hellgate? Not much. We weren't the first to stumble upon it and pay the bloody price. Pay the blood price. As far as I know, nobody who explored it returned to tell any tales. If Hellgate is still unexplored, what makes you think it leads into the valley? I found an old manuscript written by someone returning from pilgrimage to the temple. This is from the end of the war, so the account is sketchy at best. Apparently the scribes went to seek refuge at the temple, a place he had visited many times before. The soldiers turned him back, but when he retraced his steps to the river crossing, he was struck by a terrifying weapon. His account read, Day turned into night, men in ships burned, water and sky switched places. I've read such stories before, but this one I believed, every word of it. Made no embellishments, used no fancy words. Nothing but an honest record of sheer horror. The scribe went back, not to the temple, but to what he described as the command center under the mountains. Begged and pleaded, and the guards eventually allowed her to pass. Went to NORAD. You think Hellgate is this command center? Has to be. The temple, the river crossing, the mountain. Fits. Alright, well, we had Dead River already, but now we've actually gotten Hellgate finally. Do you know of any other old places? Ruins are everywhere, but all the low-hanging fruit has been picked a long time ago. One of the zealots did mention that a hole in the ground opened up and swallowed his friend whole. You want to take a look? I can add it to your map. Old facility, aka hole in the ground.
I do find the location system in this game like more satisfying in a way than a lot of uh, video games can be in terms of just like learning about locations from people. I find intrinsically more engaging than like a lot of go here and wander to the exit, the like edges of the map and discover the next area.
Uh-huh. What is the other old facility? Where is old facility? This is Hellgate, Dead River. Was that old facility? Oh, that's okay. It's all the way over there. Okay. Interesting. Also is... Okay. Doesn't look like it. I'm curious if the map ends up like, if this is if the there's old technology and like the nuclear stuff, if the geography ends up lining up with a real place, basically, like actually we're in, wherever.
Yeah.
It doesn't really look like it. Barangarius gems. What does that mean? Just a welcome to my store, says the soft-spoken man wearing a turban. If you're looking for gemstone, you come to the right place. I'm Baron Garius, an appraiser and a jeweler. Notice there are two guards at the store. A necessary measure, explains the storekeeper. Are you with the Commercium? I used to work with them. says the man, but things are different now. Do the zealots bother you? They bother everyone, so now I pay the guards. No matter how you look at it, it's still a better deal. He does just straight up sell gems and jewelry. Alright. Not sure. Oh. Damn, I wish we could get back to that place now. Because the demon said something about like, the not crystalline, the silicon thing they were using, where he's like, uh, well, it's like crystal's too fragile and sapphire's too expensive. I think it's said something like that. So I wonder if you could give him a sapphire and use it for something. Uh, House Cress's banners are flying above the Imperial Guard's fort. What happened to the guards that were stationed here? Missing in action. What action? Think they stopped to see me on their way out and left a message for you? House Crassus wasted no time moving in. Looks that way, doesn't it? Anything else I can help you with? Alright, buddy. Okay, let's go any further up. Oh yeah, let's start harvesting plants. I did it. I can harvest plants. Woohoo! That's close enough, some of the guards. What are you not? I have a message for Lord Dergonus. Somebody said that to us, and I don't remember who it was now. It was in the city, though. See a well-dressed man with black hair, combed back, and a stylish beard. You have a message for me? Elias sent me to you. Oh, that's right. Okay. Can you believe it? Exclaimed Starganus angrily, crunching his jaws. It's a disease will consume the entire city unless we stop it now, before it's too late. Dear Lord, surely there's something you can do. Can't move against him directly. Lord Marrow doesn't differentiate between speaking against his teaching and speaking against the vermin that infested Lowtown. He's preoccupied with other things. Lord Meru, not Brother Meru? I will not dishonor the memory of my forefathers by rejecting my lineage or that of the Lord I owe fealty to. So what can you do? If you're the one I need, I can tell you where to strike, I can keep the guards off your back, and, throws your heavy coin bag, I can make it worth your time. I don't think that I can help you with this, but okay. I guess we should see what it is he actually wants us to do. But I'm guessing not something we can do. I knew you'd say yes. We must send a message tonight. They come to our district to extort money from the well-to-do citizens, threatening them, but the City Watch does nothing. I'd use all my influence to force the City Watch to post more guards, but more often than not, the guards look the other way. What do you have in mind? They've been harassing one of the traders here, a fellow by the name of Baron Garius, without any success so far. The poor man had to pay the City Watch to assign 2 guards to watch his store day and night. I can call off the guards if the zealots show up. You kill them. No guards, no witnesses. Can you handle it? No, absolutely not. Noblesse oblige. Uh, where was he? He's over here. What if they said more men than you can handle? Jesus. You worry too much. Spend the next few hours listening to Baron Garrus's nearly endless complaints about the hardships of running a store. Eventually the gods take pity on you and send in the zealots. Come after dark, a man and a woman. The man looks malnourished and ill. He's brandishing a rusty sword. He does his best to look tough, so he must be the muscle. The woman is clearly the brains of this operation. She looks hard, like someone who's never had it easy. Got quite used to it. Lost your guards, Baron Garius? Says the woman in a hoarse voice. Got yourself a killer instead? She looks at you and spits. Way to make friends. What do you want? What do I want? Asks the woman as he strides the question. I want this fat fuck to spare some change. Why? Gonna kill me over a few coins? I haven't decided yet. Must be nice, says the woman, her voice full of contempt, to stand there and decide who lives and who dies. You kill me, you kill dozens of people down there who rely on the money I collect and bring every fucking day. I've seen how you collect. You threaten and extort, and on occasions run men out of Ganazar. Good men, just honest small business owners trying to make a living.
Uh,
Cry me a fucking river. People down there haven't eaten in days. You want me to worry that we ran some traitor out of town? Good fucking riddance. There should be another
gotta be
way.
another way.
There is, odds the woman, her steel gray eyes hardened. These men you feel sorry for can start giving a fuck about people who need food and medicine. How about it, Baron Garius? Want to come with me and take a look at how people live in Lowtown? Baron Garius shakes his head, terrified. He goes down there, he'll probably end up on a cross in no time. He's irresponsible for these people. Yeah, they've made their own decisions.
Oh,
They gotta pull themselves up by their bootstraps. Well, I say he is. So either do what you came here to do or get out of the fucking way. Alright. Day is full of surprises. Get your things, Baron Garius. You're coming with me. Talk to Hector if you ever decide to get involved. Okay. Bye, buddy. Oh.
damn. Rich house to
Alright.
rob.
Okay, this is curious. Let's go talk to Hector. We've, there he is. I'm looking for Hector. Claudia sent me. Claudia thinks there's hope for you yet, but she's an impressionable girl. That's one way of putting it. I have a special job for you. Some might say it crosses the line, but we can't do much if we stay within the boundaries forced upon us by the nobles, can we? Alright, Operation Destroy House Crassus by plunging it into chaos as well. Which line in particular? You notice that no lord has been punished for blasphemy yet. The laws of men were always too lenient on the noble born, but the gods' laws are the same for all men, aren't they? Punishment should be the same too. No man is above gods. No man. So you're gonna do what the guards are unwilling to do. Yes, I know who Claudia is. Eyes are burning with the fire of fanaticism. Her beliefs are all that matters. She doesn't speak. She pronounces judgment, ready to fulfill it. Claudia and her men will go with you. Who's the lucky man? Lord Darganus. says Claudia. The word Lord is the only proof of the man's guilt she needs. I mean, yeah, it is. Correct. He's been asking for it for a very long time. Asking for what? The cross. What else? We're going to decorate the temple district. Splash some color. What about these guards? They're your problem. Why do you think I'm bringing you along? Yeah, I don't know about this. Let's go.
Hopefully, you have a way of dealing with the guards that isn't violence, because
We'll see. Yeah.
yeah.
Wait until dark and go to Darganus' house, followed by Claudia and two zealots. The zealots carry two wooden beams destined to become a cross. The streets are deserted and the guards seem to favor the upper district in the castle. The house is locked for the night. Claudia points to a door and the zealots put down the shorter beam, grab the other one, and use it as a battering ram to smash their way into the house, seemingly oblivious to the noise they're making. Okay. Join the party. Darganus looks shocked and enraged. He's surrounded by several guards who aren't sure whether to attack the zealots or defend their master against yet unseen intruders. Judging by their confused look, some invasions aren't very popular in Temple District. The confusion grows when they see you walking in. Clearly, they expected a score of brigands to rush in. What do you want here? Demands one of the men. This man is accused of blasphemy, the most heinous of crimes. The evidence of his guilt is clear and convincing. What's not clear is whether or not you willingly supported him and committed acts of heresy, which are punishable by death. Your words have the desired effect. We didn't do any of that, says the guard weakly. Then prove it. Hand us this enemy of the gods, and we'll know you speak true. Wait, yells Darganos, taking matters in his own hands. I'm not the enemy of the gods. If there are charges against me, let a court of my peers hear them. Lucky for you, we're all brothers and sisters in faith. So your fate will be decided tonight, right here. I'm a lord, says Darganos in disbelief. There are no lords anymore, brother. There are men who would rather stick to the old ways and lord over the rest of us. You would deny us the gods' kingdom for your own selfish reasons. You would deny the gods. Oh no!
Damn.
I need more persuasion. I don't know when this save was. It was a little bit ago because I wasn't sure about all this entire chain of events.
Yeah.
But it does seem like it'll be fine. Yep. Talk to him. Okay, this is, yeah, literally before talking to him at all the first time. Okay. I am, I'm gonna make a save here before we do, like, any of this. Ganis. I don't know if that's how you spell that. Don't remember. But I'll go through this and then we'll end.
Okay.
Over here, right? Yep.
Yes, this is the house you robbed.
Yep. Do you like all that money I got that I'm not gonna use? Give me all that. Thank you. And then it's down. Yeah. I'm actually not sure if this is going to end up helping Meru or hurting Meru, but I feel like it should hurt Meru. Persuasion. Okay, we'll try 6.
Maybe you could have wait until say, okay, I'll be right back. Let me go get ready and pop a save.
That's true. I could have done that. I'll go get ready. Say, persuasion 7. The guards look troubled. These are serious accusations, says their leader, looking at Darganas. Wouldn't be here otherwise, brother. No man is above the gods, you know that. What does it even mean? Explodes Darganas. What gods? Where? The guards move aside before he finishes speaking. He's all yours. Alright. Great. Nothing to crucify a lord. They grab the guard Darganas, shove a dirty cloth in his mouth, and drag him outside. You hear the sound of hammers and muffled screams. You go outside just in time to see the zealots lowering the cross into a hole. Imagine the look on their faces, says Claudia, smiling like a child that was promised a toy in the morning. He was clutching this spear till the very end. You can have it. I have no use for it anyway. Well, we gotta steal his loot his house. Dining table? I don't know that I... Yeah, sure.
You can sell it.
It's like, I don't know how valuable this is, but sure.
It's gold and silver. It's probably worth something.
And, they cannot go upstairs. Okay.
Hmm. Not much to steal from this house.
No. The gem guy had a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Well, that's certainly something. Turn to Hector. Okay, well, we can do that next time. Power to the people.
Okay, but you're only
Oh,
interested in
that was the rare sapphire
non-metaphorical power.
for the... Ah, I think this guy just wouldn't talk to us or something. But yeah, that's the rare sapphire is probably what we could have used in that place, I wonder.
Mm.
Uh, yeah, I'm curious about that, I guess. Oh, is it blind man? Alright, well, good enough for now. Um,
This has been fun.
yeah, we'll continue, I guess, I'm not sure if next week, but next week or
You
2
gone next
weeks.
week?
Yeah, next week's Chicago.
Okay. Well, I hope you have a nice weekend.
Yeah. Um, so yeah, we'll be back, to further see what the hell's going on in this, weird cult
Mhm.
city. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Hope you had a good time. Hope we see you again in the future. Goodbye.